So check this out. Look at this here right now. So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 warning signs that one particular market has now confirmed what's called a classic Gann blow off top is now confirmed. I'm going to talk to you about what this one particular market is, and boy am I going to get some hate for this market update. When I'm finished here right now, I am going to get some hate, but I don't care. I'm here to tell you the truth, not what you want to hear or what you hope to hear. I'm here to give you the proper and the truth about these markets. So that's one of the things I want to share with you, but also the stock market right now, guys. This is the stock market here, and I'm telling you right now, even though for the next few months we may get some volatility, once it does start to break some certain levels, you better be ready for a massive blow-off move to come in these markets. So that's what I want to share with you guys. So quick little disclaimer, guys, and then we're going to get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, just a quick heads up. I'm actually giving away free access to my mastery trading course for a limited time. If you go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be the first link in the description. The fact is that 80 to 90% of the stuff that you learn or you use on these trading platforms is a complete waste of time. And only about 5 to 10% of the stuff that you actually learn and use is going to move the needle in the positive direction for you. And that's over the last 20 years, I've put everything that has helped me move the needle in the positive direction in this here, and I've left everything else out. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now and grab complete free access to this mastery trading course. Alrighty traders, so let me get straight into today's session, and I'm going to start off with this one right here. And boy, is this going to piss some people off. But you know what, guys? Trading the markets is all about being sensible, okay? And I don't care what you think, hope, or fear of me. I'm here to tell you the truth. You see that word right there? I know. I can just see people's heads boiling right now. This guy has no idea. What's that word there, guys? What's that word right there? What's this word right here? Okay, cool. So gold, classic Gann blow off top confirmed. Right? Gann is the man. He's the man. By the way, most of my trading systems that I use and so on and so forth, guess what? It comes from Gann. It comes from Gann. Okay, so looking at that through there. One thing I really want to share with you here is this. Let's actually go through this here. So if we actually go, I'm going to flick between this chart here, which I know. Oh boy. You know what, guys? I have no dog in the phone. I have no dog in the fight right now. I don't really care what gold does. I don't hate gold. I don't love gold. Actually, I made a lot of money with gold last year. But you know what, guys? There's other markets to focus on right now. And tell you right now, I promise you this. I promise you. Don't be lover of any markets. Get in the markets that's likely to make a big move. Why was I so big about gold last year? Because I saw this coming. If you've been following me for few years, you know I was all about gold last year. All about gold last year, the entire year. And it wasn't until the last sort of few months, in the last sort of 2, 3, maybe 4 months, I've been warning that, hey, I'm all about getting in down here, not getting in here. There's many other markets right now, guys, you can take advantage of instead of trying to get in here. But anyway, let's continue here, right? So we can see what's going on here. So, vertical rally in the top. Parabolic move, March to April 2025. And you can say what you say. You can say it is what it is. You can say central banks. You can say whatever reason. There is a technical reason we can see blow-off tops. And what is a blow-off top? A blow-off top is this. A blow-off top is one, we've already been in a trend for a while. And two, after it's been in the trend for a while, a blow-off top goes vertical like that. Because then what happens after that? Oh, look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 and then we retrace down to here. We may go through one of these again, or we may even see one of these again as well. So, the warning signs around the gold is, firstly, parabolic move. Secondly, when it comes to the whole gold Gann techniques, okay, occurs near time square, which is 540 days. This is where, if you understand Gann's techniques, you understand that he's around, if you start to get to the 540 plus days, right, 540 days from October here, this one right here, is where we're starting to get to the extremes of that bull move. I hit a square in time price. We won't get to that. This one here is a very, very, very big telling story about what happens in these markets. Okay, so we have a big volume. We had a big volume spike. We had huge volume, right? We had absolutely just tremendous. Let me see if I can bring this up to here for a minute. Let's just go to, right? So look at this here. So as you can see these volume spikes here. What do you think those volume spikes represented? That through there. Why is gold pausing now? It's called exhaustion. Look at this here. Massive volume spikes at the high. Massive volume spikes at the high. So if the market's already been rallying and we get the volume spikes, rallying into volume spikes, it's called an exhaustion move. Blow off top. Now again, guys, this is for traders, okay? People that trade the markets. On an overall picture, guys, just so you do know, right? On an overall picture, firstly, let's just actually do this. Let's actually go to, I've got so many charts here, but let's go to this one here, right? So this is a weekly chart. I do see, if we bring up some Fibonacci levels from this major low here to major high, we actually had a retracement down to 50%. And then we hold. Now, the thing is, you've got to understand how these markets work, right? Everything goes in cycles, doesn't it? Nothing just goes straight up, right? It blows my mind that there's so many people that trade these markets that still think that. No, they don't think that. They hope that. Never trade based on what you think, hope, or fear. Never trade based on what you think, hope, or fear. And the number one reason why most traders don't do well out of trading is you're hoping gold's going to keep going up. Because I bought call options a week ago. No. Right? What happens with markets, they go through cycles. And it doesn't matter what market. No, this time is not different. Shut up, you little munchkins in the chat box, right? This time is not different. I told you I'm going to piss some people off today. Right? But I'm here to tell you the truth. Right? Firstly, get into trades that's likely to already... Get into a trade that is likely to have a big move and it's likely to be the start. You don't get into something that's doing here because anyway, right? But things go through cycles, right? We go through these moves and we go through these moves. We go through these moves. Everything just does the same thing over and over again. So 50% Fibonacci retracement. If I went from the low to high move here, we could start to get a retracement down to this level here. Now, if I actually went to the gold price, this is the gold chart here. From where the major bull market started here to here, that'll be that level from there. If I went from the exact low, from that there to that there, as you can see, there's a cluster. This whole cluster here of Fibonacci levels is where it's going to go. We're probably going to go down to these levels down here. There's a cluster all through here. 2000, this whole band through here. Yep, we're probably going to go down to there. Now, there are some trend lines that I would do see probably coming into play. We had one through there. That's not really valid. And then we have another one through here. So I do believe possibly we're likely to start to come down towards this level here. Right? Now, this is a weekly chart, you little munchkins in the chat box, right? It's like, ooh. It's so funny. Every YouTuber gets the same thing, don't they? Right? For you guys that are smart, you guys know what I'm talking about. For you guys, anyway, so this is probably what we're going to get here. Now, that is just healthy, right? That is called what? Healthy movements. Why? Low to high. Oh, what did we get? We had a move up. We had an eventual move down to 50%. What? That from that point through there. Now, if I wanted to do, once again, if I wanted to do the ultimate low, so I went down to that low there, to ultimate, there you go. There's a bit of a word for you, isn't it? And we started to go through here. Now we're looking at around about the 2006, this whole major low to major high point. And again, we could start to use it more of a, maybe even go a bit higher, but it's just above that, isn't it? Right? That's just above there. So this 2,600 level, maybe even down through there, is definitely a level. And then we start to get into play of somewhere through here. So that's a bit of a long-term trend line that will start to come into play. So that's probably what we're going to do. So as you can see, this is called healthy market. Healthy market, right? You don't want things to go parabolic. Because when things go parabolic, guess what? It's called a meme coin. No. How dare you say gold a meme coin? No, gold's not a meme coin. Gold's not a meme coin. All right, it's okay. Anyway, so nice move up. Remember, a good healthy market is trend, right? When the market's trending, this here is not a trend. This here up and then down for a few weeks and up and down, and we get the 50% Fibonacci, right? So that's what we'd like it again. Okay, guys. So again, I don't really care what gold does. I'm just trying to share with you what I'm seeing right now. You can disagree. You can like. I didn't give a shit, right? I don't really give a shit. What I'm here to do is I'm trying to stop people who have no idea about these markets because you're pretty new. You've been trading less than 5 years. You have no idea what's going on. You're confused. You're probably losing a lot of money. You're trying to tell me what to do, right? You're probably angry at everyone else. And you're confused. You don't even know when to get in. You have no system, no foundation, and all that sort of stuff. And my job through these videos is to say, this is the wrong time to be looking for a trade. Now, again, there's obviously circumstances. If you trade in the 2-minute chart, then obviously that's different there. But understanding where we are in the big picture, that means, look at this here. Up and down, 50%. Up. We're probably going to start to come down through to here. And then maybe we're going to pick back up again. That would be healthy, actually. That would be really good. John, that's never going to happen. The central banks are buying it up. How? Who's going to sell? Who's going to sell, right? The central banks are buying it up. So check this out here, right? This is where it gets so cool. If the central banks are buying it up, for you guys that have been saying that to me, by the way, good job. Because you just make so much logical sense, right? That's right. Gold can't go down because the central banks are buying it. Okay, so what happened to them through here? What they didn't. Or they've only started buying it in the last couple of years. Or what happened through here? What happened through these periods? Where'd they go? They disappeared. And what's happening right now? Why did the central bank stop buying it for? What's going on? I know a lot of people are losing money right now because they thought that this market's going to keep going up. So going back to our little pointy thing here, right? Gold. Again, this is the big thing for you guys, okay? Again, guys, I don't give a shit at the end of the day. My bottom line, I do give a shit, right? But I don't give a shit about you little monkeys in the chat box. What I do give a shit about is actually helping people understand these markets so you can be around for 10 years. Not like most of you bumblebees in the chat box that are going to be around maybe 1 or 2 years at most, and then you're going to disappear from the markets because you have no idea. You lost all this money, and then you're going to say, well, this trading thing is not for me, right? But for you guys that do want to stick around, I'm trying to tell you, volume spike and also media attention. When people start to talk about something, when the media starts to say, hey, look at this market. Oh my goodness, this market's done so good. That's the end, right? That's the end. If the media starts talking about it, run. Right, run. Look at this, strong volume, and then gold's going to 5,000 headlines. Oh my goodness, do you know how many times I saw that in my hair? Now, what I'm doing here is two things. One, I'm teaching you about gold. Two, I'm teaching you about all markets. So whenever we start to see this stuff, Bitcoin has a big rally to 100,000, has a big move. You guys get the point, right? Every single market out there, keep an eye on this here. Volume and media attention, right? Reverse candle and failed, sharp reversal here. Right? And what that's talking about here is this. Let me show you what I'm talking about, right? So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So the big thing I really want to walk you through here is, if we go to the gold price, and I know a lot of you guys, again, guys, like really, at the end of the day, guys, like I really don't care about gold. I care about making money. And there's so many other markets out there that's likely to do really well. That's starting the next big move. Starting. No, it has already been in a big move. You've missed the boat. Run away. Right? Once again, this is gold. I was honing in. In fact, I was getting into gold down here. Right? So the purpose of me saying here is that gold's not the only game in town. Okay? Now, I know for a lot of people, I know you understand that, right? But I'm also sharing with you that there's many other markets out there that we can get on. And if something's already made a big move, you're getting in too late. You've missed it, right? Because everything goes in cycles, right? And Ray Dalio says the biggest mistakes that most traders make is that they see for the last few years what has done really well in the last few years. They think it's going to continue doing really well, and then that happens. And then then when that happens, and this might be 2 years, this might be 2 years, or this might be say even 1 year, right? 2 years here bull market, 1 year down market, and then they think, oh, this market's going down. Why would I get into that? That this thing's going down. This is the psychology is this is the time to buy. Right? Everything goes in cycles. But if I go to the daily charts, you'll be able to see this sort of point here, right? Sharp reversal failed. You know where it failed, right? Look at this here. Look at this guy right here. Completely failed. That was the high point. Right? That was the high point. So, and then obviously angles from there. So that's what I'm looking at there, guys, when it comes to the good old gold price. The number one thing you should always be focusing on as a trader, okay? The number one thing you should be always focusing on as a trader is this one thing here. I'm looking for the next opportunity to where I can get into it, hold it for a few months at least, jump on a really big move, and capitalize on a really big profit. And if I can do that a handful times per year, I am going to make a lot of money. Do you see what I just said there? And now obviously insert, this is where you get your training from, right? This is where you go get help. And if it's me, you contact me, you know, if it's someone else, go contact them, right? But don't be looking for you know, you want to be nicer. Now, for example, guys, I'm in 3 trades right now, right? 3 trades. And they're all just amazing, amazing trades. So the whole thing about this here is this. Looking at these markets here, I'm no longer interested in gold. Why? Because it's already done its move. I already made a lot of money last year this one. Now I'm honing on other markets. Some of you guys know exactly what those markets are, right? Or you know at least one of those markets, right? And then the other, or you know, one market, and then there's a few stocks that I'm in as well too, that are already taken off like a rocket, right? The question is, why are you guys missing out on all these other opportunities? Because you're just not educated. So your ignorance to actually invest in good education is causing you to lose so much money. Oh, wow. So you see what I'm saying here, right? And I'm not talking about investing with me. I didn't give a shit if you guys if you invest with me or not. In fact, you know, just it doesn't bother me whatsoever. What I do care about is that you guys understand how to identify this stuff for yourself. Right? So that's what you need to do from here. And understand this big thing. So there's many other markets there. Focus on all markets. Focus on all stocks. And stop having these layers of bullshit. Why am I'm only going to get into things that I understand. And if I don't understand this company, I'm not going to buy it. Who gives a shit? You're going to be in and out of it in a week anyway. Or a couple of weeks, or maybe a month or two. Who gives a shit about the fundamentals? Just go along with it. You're going to get it. You're not going to be marrying the stock. Who gives a shit about what the stock does? They could be doing handstands for whatever. And if the market sets up and there's a nice little trade there, if I'm going to put on, say, $20,000 trade, and at least on a bare minimum, I'm going to be in it for a few weeks, and that $20,000 is going to pick me up a $15,000 profit, I don't give a shit about the company. Right? Because I don't. They don't give a shit about me. I don't give a shit about the company. All I care about is, does it meet my trading setup? Because when I get my trading setup, I'm telling you right now, guys, once you understand a good trading setup that works across all markets, that's exactly what I do. You'll be able to start to see, you'll be able to start to identify amazing trading opportunities, because when it does come, you'll be able to see, wow, this is incredible. And not only am I in 3 amazing trades right now, right? And again, one of them I've already talked about in these YouTube videos. 2 of them my inner circle members already know. And again, I can't really mention those to you because I need to respect my inner circle members. That's the reason why they invest with me so much. Okay. But just so I've already let you guys know one of them. But just so you know that here's the thing. There is about 5 other stocks right now that the setup is there. I have a setup and then I have my entry candle. That's the reason why my trading is so successful. Because I guarantee you 9% of watching this video right now, you're doing what? What are you doing? Oh, should I be in now? Should I be out now? Where do I place my stop? Should I take profit here? You are all over the place. There is nothing going on for you. You don't even know what a good setup is. You don't even know where you should be in. Should you be out? Where do you put your stop? How to let your profit run? You have no idea. You're all over the place. No wonder you're losing your shit every single time you get in the markets. And there's no confidence. Where me, guess what? I know exactly the setup I'm looking for. And when the setup is there, I'm looking for the precise entry candle. And when I get my entry candle, that's exactly the day to get in. There's no ifs, no buts. I know exactly where I'm putting my stop loss. I know exactly how I'm managing the trade to let the profits run, to cut my losses short. I have a plan exactly all the way through. And this plan allows me to get out for small losses and also allows me to hold on sometimes for a couple of months or at least a few weeks at least, right, to start to do that. You see what I'm saying here, right? So that's what I told you. I'm going to piss off some people today, right? So for you guys, you gold bugs, run away from it, right? Now you gold traders, gold long term for me is 10,000, but that's in 2030. Now no, gold's not going to be, it's not going to like, oh, you have to wait to 2030 to gold to get 10,000. Yeah, because guess what? For gold to get to 10,000, it needs to slowly crawl up past 4,000, past 5,000, past 6,000, past 7,000. And that's not going to happen one day, little munchkin. It's going to take time. We're going to get nice big rises. We're going to get 50% pullbacks. We're going to have a really big move for 2 years, the last couple of years. We're probably going to have a bit of a weakness for a year or two, and then another big move. See what I'm saying here? So what this message here is for you guys that trade the market, you guys are looking for trades. Right? You say, okay, that's the trading mentality. Investing, I think gold has a lot of potential, but just understand the cycle of things, okay? Point blank, if you trade the market, you're looking to make money this year from trade, run away from gold. There's so many other amazing more markets out there that are right underneath your feet. If you know what you're looking for, you can take advantage of them and make a whole bunch of mullah. Now, let's go ahead here. I want to share with you the good old stocky market, because this is the monthly chart on the good old stocky market, okay? And as you can see here, look at this. One thing that I was actually talking about with my inner circle, because I had a session with my inner circle members today, and man, it was amazing. There's so many things, so much amazingness happening right now. So look at this here, okay? Look at this here. Actually, forget this trend line here, right? These are different things here. Actually, you know what? Just forget everything. Just forget everything, okay? Don't even look at the volume. Who cares about the volume? I don't know what the volume's there for. Go away, volume. I don't even need you. All I need is chart and price action. All right, this is class in session for you guys. All right, class in session for you guys that have this theory that you need to add fundamentals. This idiot doesn't include macroeconomics. Good job trying to trade macroeconomics, right? It's so interesting, right? A guy would place a trade today for macroeconomics, big picture stuff, right? And then a week later, it goes against him. It goes against him by 20%. Or goes, if it's options or whatever, or if it goes against him 5%, and then he quickly gets out. It's like, you don't trade macroeconomics. Anyway, the purpose of me saying what I'm saying here is this. Look at this here. We see that there's a major wave. There's a major wave and cycle still in play right now. A major wave and cycle still in play right now. We have the moving average trending up. Look at this here. Every time it came down, it pushed it back up. Yes, we had these years come down through here. We had this year of pullback through here and then a bull market. But what's happening? What is the larger picture saying here? So for you little bumblebees, yes, we may be forming a top right now. Maybe. But why would you want to be calling a top when you know 80% of the time you're going to be wrong? And the 10% of the time you are right, you come on like, oh, I caught it. Just go with the market, right? Go with the market. So what we see through here is this, right? We have the market. So the moving average has been trending up very strongly to the upside. In fact, if I bring up this chart here, this chart tells me that we possibly going to have another move to the upside. We're possibly going to have another move to the upside. Now, what's probably going to happen is this is a monthly chart. This is a monthly chart, right? Let's go to the weekly chart. So this here is this is the weekly chart here. What's probably going to happen is we need to start developing some sort of higher low first, right? We need to start developing some sort of a higher low to start the trend back into place. So what's probably going to happen is we're probably going to get a bit of volatility for a couple of weeks, actually maybe for a few months, right? So we're probably going to come down to here and then we're going to start to pick back up, right? We're going to create a little higher low and then we're going to start to go back through to here. if we do that, now right? Let's actually bring on now. Let's actually bring it here. So, from there to there, as you can see, if we do start to do that, we can actually start to see this thing here. We start to see this nice rise through here. Bam, 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 and bam through there, right? Once it does start to break up above this this $45,000 level, then we're probably likely to start to see a really nice move to the upside from there. Now, this is what I want to do for you guys who just got to the end of this video. What I'm about to give you right now is an offer that is not going to be, most of the public won't see this because most of the public won't watch this video, and the details are not going to be anywhere on the internet. It's not going to be, there's not even going to be a link in the description. What I'm going to give you is, if you go to Johns, JOHNS, coachingsale.com, johnscoachingsale.com. I've extended the actual the offer to my coaching program. That's my weekly coaching program. I normally charge $5,000, but you can get access to it for $495. But I'm closing it down soon, so I've just extended a little bit more. People have been asking me to extend it, so I've extended a little bit more. I'm going to be closing it down. Again, my coaching sale, you get everything from there. So if you go to Johns, JOHNS, coachingsale.com, over there on that page, it's for $495 only, and you get access to my coaching program, weekly coaching with me, my strategies, everything. You can see all the details over there, and also you can get access to that. But as I said before, there's not going to be a link in the description. There's not going to be nothing here. The only people that are going to see this offer are the people that watch to the very end of this video, and I know just a small percent of people are going to do that, and I'm only offering this to you. And again, there's not going to be any link in the description, because I can see how much you're keen. I can see how committed you are, because you're still here right now, and I can really see that. Okay, so I really want to reward you, and I really want to help you out, and I know you can sort of resonate with a lot of stuff that I say here. I know that you know that I can help you out. Okay, and I know that my coaching program is the best on the planet. You stick with me for 6 months, and I promise I'll completely change everything that you do. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnscoachingsale.com. That's the order form. Okay, I want you to go over there and fill your details out and click the submit button for the $495 to confirm your spot. And also on the page, you'll be able to see all the details about it and what it's all about. Once again, guys, I'm not going to be adding this link to the actual description there. I'm just going to be doing this. So go to johnscoachingsale.com right now, guys. Go check it all out. And make sure you join me on the inner circle, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside of the inner circle and on our live weekly coaching calls. Speak to you soon.